is having something to say.
We
Yes,
can
sir.
start.
Yes. Srijan, just a message that, as a proof of concept, this entire video recording you take from Sanjeev and convert it into Hindi. That itself sells extremely well for you.
All
Just a
right.
message. It's for you to guide. Okay? Sanjeev, is it good idea?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much effort is involved, but you can do that. That would be great. I can upload that also as a third line within the archives that I have. People can look at it.
Yeah, it itself is a proof of concept for you, Srijan.
Yes,
Understand?
sir, definitely.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we can do that.
Sorry for intervention, but Dr. Vijay, please go ahead.
Yeah, Raghav, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. So, good evening and good morning to one and all present here. This is Raghav from Holoware, and we named our company Holoware in order to invent holographic computer and bring into market in next 3 to 4 years. Holographic computer is nothing but a computer without a monitor, like one which you are seeing on the screen, where with the click of a button, he will be able to work on in a screen in front actually. So this is our futuristic vision. This is where we want to travel into the next level of stuff. And why we want to enter there? Why holographic computer? Why not a regular computer? Because from the day of innovation till now, everyone is viewing computer through 100% through only the length and width, that is through two-dimensional world. But actually, in computer it's two-dimensional, but in real world it's more than two-dimensional, three or four, six-dimensional. Whatever we see in the world is really different. So we want to make it more real. Second is the raw material used to produce the monitors and screens, even in your mobile, in your laptops, in your desktop monitor, everything requires something called sand as a raw material. Even chips require sand, but lot of consumption of sand goes to this monitor manufacturing. And with growing population and growing businesses, even lot of startups are coming in nowadays is consuming more and more of these devices. It should land in in 20 30 years we might be running sort of sand as well. So now what we are thinking is if we bring our improvement to the technology, which will affect in effective energy utilization, then it will be great. So that's where we thought, okay, this holographic computer will work in will help in environment sector as well. So this is the two problem use cases which we have taken forward. And in order to enter into holographic computer, we cannot say, okay, we will invent this computer after 5 years, and let us say, okay, after 5 years we will start making the revenue. So what we thought is till now we are in a bootstrap mode. There is no there is investment from family and friends, but still we are in bootstrap mode just to make sure the core idea remains intact, and we are checking how much far we can travel as well. So we have developed two computer products, and both are commercialized in the last 2 years. That is we used February as a product release date. So we founded this company in 2020 of July, and we released our first portable product, which you are seeing on the screen. This is a portable computer, high-end computer. So meaning, what is the typical advantage between the existing computer and this computer is this guy supports up to 6 GB of graphics, and it has same performance as that of our computer up to certain extent. Okay. So second, in February 2020, 21, we have released this product, and after that, due to COVID stuff, we concentrated on second product and released that on January 2022, and more than 1 crore of sales has been done till now, and still we are running, and we are into government marketplace as well, and probably our revenue will move into multifold in coming months and years as well. So apart from this, so we have, sorry to change the slide, we have two innovative concepts that I'm just going to explain. So I already explained about the past actually. Let me explain about the future. See, we are here to innovate computer, not only in terms of holographic computer, but also bring AI into the computer in hardware level. Let's say we are all looking at the computers, right? So let's say suddenly due to heat, due to overprocessing, the computer shuts down. So then you don't have any other option to other than to call service center technician and wait for him to come after 3 or 4 days to fix the problem. If you have alternative laptop, that is fine. Else you have to sit idle for next 3 to 4 days. I'm just saying what happened if computer has self-repairing capability, like how the human body has, like if you have a blood coming out of it, it stops after a certain time of period, like it will auto-immune itself. Similarly, if your hardware has a capability to immune itself, that concept is called robotic workstation. That is self-repairing computer. That is the computer that is in progress of development till now, and we might release in mid of next year the first robotic computer in terms of laptop and in terms of desktop, two series. And apart from that, like in 2024 by raw end or like in the 2025 beginning, we'll be able to release the first draft copy of the holographic computer. So this is our roadmap. This is how like we play ourselves from time to time. So current traction we have done over 1 crore of sales, approximately 135K of USD sales, and we are projecting this year around 40 crores of sales, because this 1 crore of sales has been attained in only one state, that is in Tamil Nadu, and one city in Chennai. So now we are expanding it to 10 to 15 cities. So and with the growing expansion and multiple products, we are believing that we'll be able to achieve the target this year. Yes, so this company is founded by product leaders, and we have eminent people who is working on the team from different companies. I have around 13 years of experience. Previously, I worked with VMware as a network performance lead. I was in a voice utilization department, and that's how I got to know about more hardwares. And then worked with a company called Span U Go, which is a compliance company which got acquired by IBM. Initially, 5 members we started working in the company, and now it is being worked along by 2,000 employees in the same product what we have developed. So that is one of the stuff, and we have Arati, who's our first NRI recruit. She was just settled in Germany, and because of this Holoware concept and product, she settled in India, now in Bangalore, handling the operations. And we have other team members. We will share the details whoever is interested. So right now, for the market expansion, there are we are handling multiple activities. One is to expand into multiple states. Second is to innovate the product in the robotic workstation level. Apart from this, we have almost finalized the mini PC design. This is a handheld mini PC, which is which can be available at under $100 USD price, or under 6,000 rupees, Indian rupees price, from India. 80% of the product is made in India, 20% we are taking it outside. That 20% will be small chips and processors. So that we are trying to develop, and that needs some money to push into market. Apart from that, the robotic workstation integration requires lot of concentration as well. So out of this 5 crores, 50% will be spent for market expansion. Another 50% will be spent for R&D efforts. And we are also being part of UK acceleration program called GSD Accelerator Lab. They are number one acceleration program in UK, and Series A fundraise is planning to go with them. And before I wind up, I'll just give some trends and opportunities about ourselves. See, there are a lot of buzz about hologram, and even metaverse. Even our previous presenter, he has explained about his voice bilingual opportunity will help in metaverse. Similarly, so metaverse is all about, currently we are seeing virtually through glasses or some other parts. But thing is if you see it really, if it happens really in a real time world, then it is something called holographic computer. If it comes up, then it will multifold the current revenue. Even financial terms is talking about that. And apart from that, BBC has written a very nice article about how tech issues are killing productivity in businesses. For example, a small downtime of 6 hours or 12 hours is causing few $1,000 of productivity loss in international companies, not only in international, Indian companies as well. That's where the self-preparing computer will fit as well. So apart from this, we have business activities and financial slides. So I'll just happy to open for questions, because we cannot discuss everything in one term, but we can discuss in detail if you have queries. No.
Can't hear you.
So you are not able to hear me, sir? Hello?
No, he is open for questions. That's what he's saying.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So, Dr. Vijay, I want to ask a question regarding that. Actually, your product is related to PC. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. So now, what is the major characteristics of your PC which is related to the a difference? What are the main features which is not available in others? As a consumer ad, means today the mobile is present, smartphone is present, and it is very handy with respect to the labor also. So
Correct.
how you capture the market according to the labor? Or it is
Correct. Correct.
or it is a specialized product for a particular customer, or it is for all general. Can you explain it?
Sure, sir. So, see, sir, we have entered into market in computer sector, which is being ruled by giants all over, like HP, Dell, and Lenovo. Now, we as an Indian company creating market is when we concentrate all, it will be becoming very, very tough. So, what we have taken is we have taken a specialized segment called media and entertainment and engineering industry. These are the two industries which we are concentrating. In which our first machine is called portable machine. We are the only portable machine in the world which can give up to 6 GB of quadro grade business grade graphics card, which can match the our or server grade workstation performance, meaning desktop performance. And second machine is called scalable machine. That is called cover workstation. So if you are buying a machine for 35,000 rupees, if a business buys the machine for 35,000 rupees, they can scale this machine up to 10 lakh or 12 lakh rupees up to configuration, including RAID, multiple graphics card, coupling and all those stuff, like a dual processors, all those stuff. But as and when the competitors, there is always brackets. Up to 1 lakh rupees, you have certain project range. Up to 3 lakh rupees, you have certain product range. So these and all are being loved by these two departments. So, but the mini PC which we are targeting now, which we are building, which is a portable size and it can be carried in the packet as well. With that, we are concentrating for both business as well as retail segment because of the price. Because under 10,000 or 6,000 rupees, you can get the performance as same as that of 20,000 rupees which you are using today. Even it can be compared up to 35,000 rupees laptop which you are using today, which can give the same performance as this 6,000 rupees machine because it's all made in India and produced in India. There is no import duty. We are able to reduce the cost.
So it cost starts from 6,000.
Yeah, so our future PC on July to August. Yes, it will start from 6,000 rupees. Yes.
And what will be the software OS?
OS will be supporting from Windows, Linux, Red Hat Linux based on the customer requirement. So based predominantly Windows and Linux are moving out, sir. Windows
How
11, Linux.
how it is different from the smartphone?
I'll tell you. See, currently you can see only the DDR4 RAMs. That is in the current PC or in your laptop. But we are bringing out DDR6 RAM. Number one. Number two is we are bringing powerful processor other than Intel and AMD as well. We are giving Intel and AMD support as well, but also integrated processor which can support up to 2.6 gigahertz of speed. So now, with all this together, you will be NVMe M2 Gen 3 SSD which can write up to 5,000 MB per second, meaning ultra fast SSD. I'll say ultra fast storage, right? So everything is being compiled into a one smaller unit and being used for minimal price because we are making it everything in house.
Can it be used as a mobile phone or a smartphone?
No, no, this is a portable computer.
Okay. And as you know, ACER, this
Yes,
company is also producing your products, and IoT based ID cards and other products are also present.
yes, yes.
So how it is different from the
A good question, sir. In terms of future, if you compare, we will be 3 to 4x greater than the Acer performance. And Acer computer, whatever the portable ones they are providing, it starts from the price of 13,000 rupees or 14,000 rupees. Even it cannot be used for regular use cases of few softwares like AutoCAD or whatever software we are using. But we, in the other side, we are giving performance as well as the price reduction. in this case, competition is definitely on us, and probably once the performance is showcased, we'll be able to move further, sir.
Up to which time it will be survive in the sense of guarantee or warranty?
3 years free AMC we are providing. So basically, for 3 years, we are expecting this hardware to run without any problem. The lab reports are going on, and we'll be able to achieve that, sir.
Your range will be start from 6,000, and what will be the other up to which range you will provide a different modules?
No, it is not refurbished. This is a new machine, that is from Holoware. Okay, it's not refurbished. It is from new machine from Holoware. It is starting from 6,000 rupees, and a higher machine goes up to the range of 12 lakh rupees as well in the tower range.
Okay,
and
so
in the portable range, it will be from 6,000 to 50,000 rupees, something like that.
so it's for a different range. There will be different facilities.
Exactly. You are getting it, sir.
I would suggest you that from 6,000 to 50,000, if you are presenting a range, so try to fix either 3 or 4 categories, not more than that, because what happened today, the IT and all this AI, this is now very becoming a cheap, and also so many products, so many because the companies are working on it, how to remove all these things, how to reduce the cost and all this to get in a one chip, we want all facilities. So
Right.
if for example, 6,000, 12,000, then 25,000 and 30,000, if somebody purchase a 30,000 product, so why he or she will be turned over to you, because the laptop is present as a good laptop, maybe also from Sony or other. It starts from the 25,000, or a good features can be obtained from that, or from IBM also. So the products can be survive only when it should be cheaper than such type of company's product, and we will get a good whatever the modules we have, like a fastest or 5G technology or 6G, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
so what is your planning regarding to that?
To answer this question, sir, technology always evolves. Okay, as of now today, so what is the best we can give to consumer is what we have thought, and Wi-Fi 6 is what we have adapted, DDR6 is what we have adapted, and we have adapted all the latest technologies into the same bundle, which will survive for next 3 or 5 years. And similarly, in future, if anything else comes, we will be the one top runner to implement it soon and give it to the public. That's how we are seeing ourselves. So we have included latest technology today, and it might withstand for next 3 to 5 years, even with the technical changes or new software as well.
Any product is present from your side with as a testing kit, it is present. Sample product is present.
Yes, we are giving demo products. So already our existing portable and tower machines has demo products. Once the mini PC is out, May August, we'll be able to give demos on that as well.
Okay, so you can contact Mr. Sanjeev for future.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you.
Himanshu, sir. Yeah, happy to have your question, sir. Yes.
Raghav, based on hardware perspective, most of the world is running towards only software.
Yes, sir.
People don't want to go into hardware at all, but it's a good initiative from technical background. What I really appreciate that you left a cozy job to start your own venture. So you have the risk abilities. I appreciate that. Now,
Definitely.
as Dr. Vijay Salvia said that why not Android kind of Android based or a tablet based, so that somebody is already invested into tablets and Androids, large phones. You can piggyback on that with some kind of a USB attachment, so which will give you the stabilization. So it opens up entire Android tablet market, iPhone market, tablet market for you. So instead of competing with this, you give an as a USB attachment, okay? And
Definitely.
USB attachment is your as laptops and desktops are attached to wires and on the desk and you are tied Androids and tablets are field carryable. So your
Correct.
application in holography will be more useful in field applications rather than for a typical desktop user. So to
Definitely.
segment yourself into field applications so that
Definitely, sir.
convert it into for a device, it is fine. 6,000 device is not expensive at all because people buy iPhones worth 50,000.
Yes.
Yeah, even Samsung phones cost 25,000. So it's
Correct.
not 6,000. It's a value addition for current Android tablet users, phone users, iPhone tablet users. So it will be a very good application in the field. Now I've been in ESG field, which is all like forestry, agriculture, forestry, and lot of field operations. Uh, then there are applications in various field level where the atmosphere is very tough.
Okay.
The heat levels and all those things. So people are used to Android and iPhones and tablets. So when you attach your device as a single carry-on tablet, so you add great value to existing users. That's an attraction. Okay, so you focus
Sure,
on
sir.
the hardware. People will just they have everything for them to just transfer your applications on their hardware. So you like
Correct.
the Max
Correct.
Android's unique selling point is operating system, not the hardware. Hardware is
Correct.
manufactured world over. So
Correct.
Apple decided to make its own hardware, but Android decided to have a global partnership for hardware. And
Correct.
same way Windows did it. Same way Microsoft did it. So
Correct.
holography has a huge application range, I'm sure. So even I am working with various applications in defense and space technologies.
Okay.
So there also these kind of holographic systems will be very useful.
Definitely,
Okay,
sir.
your specialization should be in holography, not in hardware and holography. Holography will
Definitely.
ultimately come from some hardware, no doubt, uh, Android or iPhone or tablets. But latest tablets come up with amazing power.
Correct.
Okay, so your application, these devices users, and even if you charge $50, look at the size of the market, and you are
Correct.
not maintaining any hardware, servicing, and all those things.
Definitely. Definitely, sir.
So this is my honest suggestion,
Yes.
not an advice. I'm not officially an advisor on your board. And even if I give advice, you are not going to pay me. So why give free advice?
Okay. Okay. Good, sir.
So I am totally against giving free advice. But being a panelist on board and developing a trust relationship as a mentor, not an advisor, focus on your core competency, which is holography. Hardware
Definitely.
is too generic. The Chinese can come up with a $10 hardware.
Correct.
Year-old game.
Hmm.
Everybody outsmarts in hardware. Like you need a scaling of technology, scaling up the manufacturing level, like PC someone.
Correct.
So going hardware way is going to straddle you down in the hardware world. After sales service, after sales support, and upgrading, and something goes wrong, you have to give them free returns and all this. So it is very, I would say, not for a application oriented. Your technology is applications and not hardware. And you
Correct.
need hardware, then hardware is always readily available with latest technology, latest processing power, big gigarams like 120, 64 and 120K is now a common thing. 256K is common thing. And you
Correct.
can add 256K 512 GB chips outside. So piggy ride on somebody's expertise in hardware
Sure.
and then focus on what is your specialty is unbeatable. Holography, as I see it, if you remember Star Wars movies, right?
Correct.
There was this character R2D2. and it projects a holographic image and talks
Okay.
in holographic way. So that
Correct.
our words may come alive, you know.
Correct.
It is the holography which matters, not the hardware.
Correct.
Hardware is common. It's a bloody like Guru Udyog in Taiwan and China.
Correct. Correct.
So,
Correct. Correct.
so don't put your money and expertise in hardware. Focus on software.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. I'll take your advice.
I've not seen the kind of applications that you are developing for holography. Holography computing, I believe, is the finger movement and hand movement
Yes.
related
Yes.
activity.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So that you are
Yes.
not showing here. You are showing everything but not the holography application. It is the
Correct.
application which makes people buy the application, not the hardware.
Mm.
And it is very easy for somebody to replicate your technology if you are stuck up in a hardware and you can't move out to the globally accepted platforms like Android and iPhone PCs. So your hardware is the tablet. Your hardware is the Android and Mac phones. Focus on
Definitely.
what is very unique to you, which nobody
Definitely.
other can. You have to talk about decisive competitive edge,
Mm.
and that
Correct,
is
sir.
not hardware.
Correct. 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 Agree with you.
Yeah. Well, you come back to me through Sanjeev, and I will guide you to the next level. But
Definitely, sir.
if you are attached to hardware, you are getting detached from investors.
Understood. Understood, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir. Sure.
Tarunji, I want to listen to your opinion.
I have three questions for you, Raghu. Now that you have come out with such a beautiful concept, do you have any patents for you?
Yes, sir. So we have already at the verge of filing two patents. We have found it to be novel last month by our patent attorney Kaja Pagni, and we are filing the application now. Next month we will have the five patents filed, and we are also continuing our application research because there are 3 to 4 problems we identify when we bring up this holographic hardware. Basically when we projecting the light to the outside world, the outside light is too much heavy to bypass that the projected light. That is one of the problem. As mentioned by Himanshu sir, the gestures. For example, gesture in front of a screen is easy because you have a pixel, you have a width, and you have a height. But in a air, thin air, with a 4x or 5x size of the device, it is little difficult to capture. We are working on R&D, but the thing is, it needs another 10 to 12 patents to get it complete. That's why we are seeing it after 2 to 3 years from here to invent that to move into the next level.
My second question, Raghav, is who is your ideal client and what is your go-to-market strategy? August
Sure.
onwards, once you are ready with your product.
Sure. So our first target will be media and entertainment. We will continue with our current user base as well, where this application of holography will be much more. And the second will be the engineering sector, where for example, let's say design of a car, design of a helicopter, where we need to do a changes very quickly and save it. So now in front of a holographic device, you can tilt it using your finger, zoom in and zoom out. All this can be done in gestures and done in on the spot. So basically these two departments is what we are concentrating currently to make mature use. Then we'll concentrate other departments one by one.
How do you intend to establish your product market fit?
Okay, so
If you have not understood, let me put it in a layman's
yes,
way.
yes.
That your concept of holography starts as the proof of the pudding is in eating.
Correct.
तो आपने मिठाई बना लिया पर उसको कोई ले नहीं रहा है and this is what is happening because most of the entrepreneurs that I have come across they have wonderful product and they believe in the product but the magic happens when I as a customer also starts believing in his product
Correct. Correct.
and this magic is called as the product market fit.
Correct.
So in your case I just want to know that what is it that you are doing to establish this product market fit given all the wise words that have been shared with you prior to Kothari ji inviting me. Because he has given you a lot of pearls of wisdom. So after listening to all this wisdom, I want that within 30 seconds, if you can just tell your gut feeling about it. I know that you're not ready for it. Just give me your gut feeling because most of the entrepreneurs they work from their instinct, their gut, and then they
Correct.
make it.
Correct. See, sir, I'll have a different opinion here. See, whatever Himanshu sir said, I will take it. Okay, but for that sake, I will also not remove hardware from my cycle because I have my own belief. I'm just seeing something else in my gut feel. I'll tell you what. See, from 2005 till 2009, no one knows smartphone exists. To be frank, and we ever even seen until like now we have this beautiful conference held by Apple where he's showing the phone which is like combining together all those stuff. During that session, several people has doubts. Even like in front of Apple as well, Steve Jobs mentioned in one beautiful conference said like we are building something nice. We'll let you know once it is coming up, right? So people doesn't have the belief. See, for example, today I'm just using this phone, sir. Okay, so now I'm just used to carry this everywhere. Consider a consumer who is using the same phone without the screen. Consider without the screen, and they can use this as a phone as well as they can use this as a computer, keep and carry anywhere. Okay, and it is kind of portable, not big like this. It can be even in a smaller format. So it is kind of going to change our life in the next, like economy for next 10 years or 15 years. I feel that if the hardware and the software in it is embedded to make business life better, then there is nothing like that, sir. So we are saying this is not only becoming a computer, but it will become your regular part of life after 3 years or 4 years from now. Once the technology evolves into what I envision or what I foresee. Okay, so in terms of so the product fit, let's say you are using a phone, you are using a computer, or you are using any technology device. People is fond of using holographic device as well, and they want to live in real world and want to see the real things. And with 5G and 6G, because 5G is more capable of 4G, but 6G is more than that. What it is there with 5G as well. With these technology advancements, our technology improvement in hologram or holographic projection will also enhance the business lives. I hope I have answered your question, sir.
It was not for me, it was for you because whatever
Yes.
we are asking, basically to make you future ready.
Yes.
And also to understand that when you will be getting into the pitch deck stage, people are going to be like a pack of wolves.
Correct.
They're going to be utterly ruthless with you.
Correct.
And when somebody is investing, even 5 lakh rupees, no, as an angel investor,
Correct.
he wants a bang for his buck. So there are no free lunches, and people who understand this concept because most of the people, those who are entering this domain, they
Correct.
would be clueless about how holography is going to change the dynamics 5 years from now.
Correct. 100%.
But
100%.
that vision, Raghav, is your bandobast. It is your baby.
Correct.
How you project it to your clients, how you project it to the world. Because if you are able to, if you would be the Steve Jobs of today, then you have something akin to an Apple if you do that job pretty well. So the point is that have these certain things in your mind, and there are a lot of applications where it can be you can get across to an accelerator which is working in the defense sector. I can help you connect with them, but you have to sell your idea because
Definitely.
it's stringent with a lot of concepts and whether people have the right technology or not.
Sure,
Because
sir.
I have come across a lot of people, those who have spent 6, 7 years, and they have not moved ahead.
Okay.
Because yes, so you are going to invest not only your effort and everything, but time. And we all know it that time is money. And as
Definitely.
it is, we have spent a lot of time here, Sanjeev. So back to you.
Yeah, Himanshu has a question.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Raghav, uh, I used to head my own IT company, and I wanted to develop a knowledge management system based on my passions,
Okay.
my liking, as if I wanted to use. And
Okay.
when I went to market, everybody refused.
Hmm.
Why? Because I liked it. I never bothered to check the market testing.
Okay.
I invested
Hmm.
huge money. I
Hmm.
went nearly bankrupt. I had to close down my IT company
Oh.
because I created a beautiful lady, Apsara, but made from marble, not real Apsara.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
And that marble Apsara was too expensive to sell.
Oh.
Everybody wanted a real Apsara, not a marble Apsara.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So you are in the process of creating or not a marble Apsara, granite Apsara, or a pure gold Apsara,
Correct. 100%.
platinums and diamond studded. If you want that, you go ahead.
No, sir. Yeah.
But we are, as a market people of consumer of holographic technology, we want a real Apsara, my dear.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
And that real Apsara is software, not hardware.
Correct. But I have one cross question, sir. See, rather than cross question, it is asking myself. Okay, see, while I have started this 2020, even before 3 years, I laid out a plan. This is where I am going to enter. This is how like it is going to evolve. See, I can invent a holographic device right now, like with alone software alone. But like with the current technology, with current materialistics, there is no hardware exists in the world which can project hologram to the outside world in the portable format, or even like if I build a OS or if I build an app. So there is no hardware which is supporting it. That's why we are bringing it parallelly. That is the reason why I thought, okay, we will enter into hardware plus software. So materialistically, we'll be able to bring them up both, and whenever we need, we'll be able to upscale it, sir. Like what iPhone does. Even though iPhone is giving it to only their consumer users, their OS is specific to them. So we are still in the process of entering into OS end and application end. So probably 1 or 1.5 year down the road, definitely we'll start developing because we have some moments to work on, sir. Yes, sir.
I think
Raghav, again,
I think Himanshu is using hardware as a survival strategy, and then look because he understands the power of application. He doesn't have
Correct.
the probably the money and the might to go there right now.
anyways, see, Raghu, you are the boss of your own. We are not going to boss over you. We are not here for that. But if you say that there is no such device, a few years ago, I watched a video where a young Indian boy wore some small device and he could hand gesture and print a keyboard on this on anywhere, any surface. And he will use the keyboard on any surface. It is projected from here. And then he will hologram it and touch it. And I have seen that video a few years ago.
Hmm.
Just some small device.
Okay.
These things you do your research before investing into whatever you want to create. I am not going to boss you over. I am not the chairman of your company. I am not majority shareholder of your company. But do your research before entering market. As Tarunji said, product market fit. So the first also, if anywhere you have a product market fit, there is always a competition already there. Just find out.
Sure.
People, investors will find out this. And when you go to market, the buyers will also find out.
Okay.
I know because I built up upon my own ashes.
I understand, sir. I understand.
I was bankrupt many times over, not once.
Understood, sir.
Because I was in the same mindset of what I love, my passions are what people will buy.
Oh. Hmm.
And I was in very first presentation, I was rejected by best of my friends who had a budget power of spending crores of rupees, crores
Oh.
of dollars.
Hmm.
They had that budget.
Hmm.
नहीं भाई हमारे कोई आदमी लोग यूज नहीं करेंगे. It is too complicated for us.
Hmm.
I went nearly bankrupt. I invested my own money. So I know that the
Understood.
lady want to offer to market if it is even made of pure gold and diamond studded. Is this what
Correct.
market wants? Yes, they
Correct.
want, because all rich guys want it in their showcases.
Not in the
Is
user.
there market for rich guys to put it in showcases, or for Aam Aadmi, crores of people
Correct.
who have an Android in hand, who have iPhone in
Correct.
hand?
Correct.
At $10 download for by millions is how much money? Just imagine. Instead of
Mm-hmm.
6,000, what is your gross margin in 6,000?
10-20%. Correct.
Whatever it is, it
Very
is
big.
your
Yeah.
business. I'm not bossing
Yeah.
around. I'm sharing what I've learned from my ashes, which I drove
So
myself to
value.
my ashes. I'm a phoenix.
So
I rose up on my ashes.
valuable, sir. So definitely we'll take
Wisdom
it.
does
Yeah.
not come with learning books or learning researching on internet. Wisdom comes from your own falling to the ground.
Sure.
So you have a chance to fall down on ground. Please go ahead.
Understood, sir. So we rely on your words, sir. So
Sorry that I am not blasting you. I am blasting myself that why the hell I did it in the first place.
Hmm.
और अभी मैं फ्री में ज्ञान बांट रहा हूँ after burning lakhs of rupees.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I invested more than 25 lakhs rupees in that knowledge management software. I had some other alternative source of income. I had
Hmm.
people. I had to close down. I had to pay them compensation.
Hmm. Very hard, sir.
And no one single sale because मैंने market testing किया ही नहीं, pilot किया ही नहीं. I should
Hmm.
have got a paid pilot done. I
Hmm.
issued customers money to develop a pilot and then convert it into a product. I know what the market wants. I should have done that.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm very aggressive on this way, but I
Yes.
know I have not lost hair by shaving my head. Okay.
I wanted to share a story actually with Raghav.
Understood. Yes.
So in 2003 or 4, Bill Gates came to Wipro. He also went to Infosys, but I was in Wipro at that time, and I happened to see him in a large auditorium, open space auditorium, which is there in Wipro. And he actually came on the stage and he said, "Software is magic." And he said all the big companies at that time, for example, um, there were old companies which have gone extinct now, except IBM, all the hardware manufacturer. And we kind of laughed at him because we thought that he doesn't understand what an hardware is. But look at it today. There are in pockets companies existing in creating hardware, but they are all in data centers, right? And you use the compute. And
Correct.
even today
Correct.
in Europe and all that, they're using the collective compute power of mobile phones, and they take chunk of it from each of these. And because the compression etc. techniques have dramatically increased, you can use a huge amount of those which coagulate together and create a storage and a compute system. So the point is, as long as your software tomorrow is going to create functionality and value, the cost of
Yes.
hardware is going to go down, and it will be a very difficult market to remain there. So you got to
Correct.
use it as a survival strategy. That's my feeling, and then use software to propel yourself in the next stages of evolution.
Understood. Understood.
Tarun, I mean Raghav,
Yes, sir.
understand who are the companies who became $1 trillion valuations?
Hmm. The one which is softwares.
That's where is IBM today? It was master of the world in hardware. Where it is IBM today?
Nowhere,
What
right?
is
Yes,
its
nowhere.
valuation? What is HP valuation? What is Dell valuation? What is
Hmm.
Acer valuation? What is best of the hardware companies valuation today? And where is Google valuation? Where is Facebook valuation? Where is Google is a software company besides online presence, and they
Correct.
offer free. But look at their valuation. They don't
Correct.
have hardware. The Google phone is actually manufactured, and they have microscopic share of the market. The maximum Android market is with Samsung and the Chinese.
Correct. Correct.
There was a
Correct.
company
Google must
called
be
there
food
was,
in not investing in only in hardware and its own software.
there is a
Correct.
there
Correct.
is a company called Digital which got extinct. There is a company called Compaq which got extinct. So
Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
and
Correct. Correct.
Dell
Digital
also
equipment was number two.
Dell gave
Digital
a
equipment was number 2. Compact was a paper, or only a drawing on paper when digital was number 2. And 10 years after, Compact bought it and destroyed digital.
yeah.
And when 5 years later on, HP had to buy Compact.
So it's a tough. Hardware is a
We have
tough market.
choice. If you want to go
I
like me,
must thank
earning the crores of rupees, your own and somebody's, most welcome to join my club.
I think Raghav had today. I mean, he will probably send me some messages after this call that next time please ensure that I have good affable people coming on the call. I don't know.
मेरा
Definitely.
दिमाग
it was a wonderful presentation.
Yes.
सब राघव मेरा दिमाग सटकता है क्योंकि मैं खुद ये सब भुगत चुका हूँ.
Understood, sir.
So I can't tolerate somebody doing the same thing. I'm offering a safety zone. All
I'm getting the same feeling, sir. So when you
वो
are
आप
talking, yes.
डिसाइड करोगे. मैं कोई आपकी कंपनी का मेजॉरिटी शेयर होल्डर हो नहीं. मैं वीटो पावर यूज नहीं करने वाला हूँ. Choice is yours. You want to become a go to ashes, and if you can rise again like a phoenix bird, choice is yours. I have done it myself.
Understood.
Many times over, not once.
Understood.
ये विस्डम ये सब कुछ गवा के आता है, ऐसे ही नहीं आता है. किसी की स्टोरी पढ़ के या बायोपिक पढ़ के नहीं आता है. बायोपिक पिक्चर बहुत है, कोई सीखता नहीं है उसमें से. वो खुद को मरना पड़ता है, फिर जिंदा बनना पड़ता है. मैं तो बार बार मर चुका हूँ भाई साहब एज अ सीरियल एंटरप्रेन्योर. बट चॉइस आपकी है. आई एम सॉरी फॉर ब्लास्टिंग.
Already understood, sir. Understood.
No.
Yeah.
Himanshu, it was a great session today. We had. It was really a great session, and I think it's time to call it a day. We had a great session. Both founders were real good. Their technology was good. Yeah, Raghav, you want to say something?
No, sir. So we are all fine. Thanks for your open talk, Himanshu, sir. So I really agree on your points because you could see me. So I guess in you, I guess that's why I'm just taking the points. And we will take the points in. We'll work for improvement. And thanks everyone for the comments as well. Sorry, sir.
And our very special thanks to the Invest panel today with Mr. Himanshu, Dr. Vijay, and Colonel Tarun there. Again, our thanks to both the founders who did the presentation today. It was a great session, though a little long. We wish to continue with the Invest panel in our future pitch day calls also. We'll be grateful because it actually helps the technology and helps the founders both. So we look forward to more interactions. And Sanjeev, you want to say anything?
Before we wind up, I was thinking because this is a nice one that has come up. If everybody wants to turn on their video for a second, I'll take a snap as a memory of this call.
Yeah.
Everybody is in the state of condition. Do that. I will take a.
संजीव, हर फिल्म में एक विलन होता है तो पिक्चर इंटरेस्टिंग बनता है. तो मेरे को विलन का रोल दे दो परमानेंट.
So, Aarti, are you in a position to turn us Hiru sir?
Just a minute.
Yeah. Prod Singhi, Ratan C. Pradhan, Fireflies Note Taker Praveen, and Krishna Prasad. Can you just turn on your? I want to keep it. I want to put this on LinkedIn. This image. Mr. Menon, Raghu Menon. All right, guys. Mr. Pradhan, are you there or Anup? Okay, Praveen, Prod Singhi. All right, this will do.
Yeah.
So I am
here.
Yeah. All right, you can turn on your video if you want. All right, guys. Here goes my command shift and number 3. One image taken, another one taken. Thank you very much, and you guys have a good day ahead of you.